Welcome to the Embrace Strength podcast. I'm your host, Ashley Crocker. I am an experienced trainer and active life professional. I work with people who are struggling with nagging pain to get back to the activities they love without fear of re-injury. This podcast is here to educate and provide value to you on all things health, fitness, staying active, and personal development. Let's dive in. Hello and welcome back to Feisty Friday. This is the second episode in my July mini-series all about things I stopped worrying about as I became a better coach. All right. If you are just now tuning in, I just started this series last week, so you should go ahead and check out last week's episode. If you did not get a chance to listen to it yet, it is less than 10 minutes long, so you should check it out because it's a good one. And then come back and listen to this one, because what I'm talking about today is thinking that I always had to have an answer for every client question. All right. This is something that plagues coaches at all stages of their career. Honestly, I think for me, the more that I learn, the more that I know that I will never know it all. And the more people I learn from who I view as actual true experts, they straight up say I don't have all the answers. And if somebody who I think is a true expert is saying that, then Lord knows that I will never have all the answers either. Okay, so first, take a sigh of relief that we're literally never going to know all of the answers. Okay? And with that being said, you shouldn't be afraid to tell a client, I don't know, but I can go find out for you. And I think that a lot of coaches are afraid to say, I don't know, because they think they're going to lose credibility with their clients. But actually, it's kind of the opposite. Like when you tell a client, you know what, I'm not sure, but I'm going to go do some research and find out for you. They actually really respect that. And I think about it from like me as a client point of view. I hella respect, coaches that say, I don't know, but I'll go find out for you. And so they're not going to think any less of you if you say, I don't know. And if you do say you're going to go find out for the client, you better go find out, right? Like, don't say, I don't know, but I can go find out. And then you don't go find out for them and have no follow-up, all right? So actually follow through on what you say, right? So if you don't intend to go find an answer, don't tell them you'll go find an answer, but I highly encourage you to, because also you're going to grow and learn too if you find out, about a different subject that you didn't know about before, okay? So definitely, if you say you're going to go find out, you better go find out by doing your research and talking with your colleagues. I still do that. I still have colleagues that I talk to about client cases, and I'm 11 years into this. I have over 5,000 hours of in-person coaching experience, and I still ask colleagues for help. Okay, I think this is super important. And so you need to have that mindset. I need to swallow my ego, and I'm not going to know it all. And yeah, and I think that another thing to be mindful of is just sitting with the fact that there's so much knowledge out there, and no matter how much we research and learn and blah blah blah, we're still not going to know it all. Even if learning was our full-time job, we would still barely put a dent in how much there is out there, right? So don't let that be an excuse to not really give coaching your all, because learning is always going to be part of the process and part of this career. And I can think of a super recent example where I told my client I don't know. One of my clients who I've been working with for a while started having some tingling in the bottom of her feet, and I was like, I know tingling is typically an indicator of a nerve issue, that a nerve is irritated, but I didn't know which nerve, so I had to go down some research rabbit holes and found out like, okay, I think this actually might be your tibial nerve is irritated, because that can show up as symptoms of like tingling in the bottom of your feet. And so from there, I knew, okay, then I went and found some exercises we could try for tibial nerve glides and implemented it in her programming. All right. And that's exactly what I mean. Like I straight up, I was like, I don't know, but I'm going to do some research and find out because that's important. Okay. So I just wanted to share that because I think that a lot of times like coaches who are in their first few years of this look at somebody like me who's been in the industry for a long time and they're like, man, like Ashley just like knows it all. Like, I bet she can answer any question. No, I do not know it all and I cannot answer every single question, right? Like I know a lot, but I don't know it all. So that's like why I wanted to share that as a real life example of this literally happened to me recently. And so here's your permission slip to not feel like you have to have all the answers all the time, because you don't. It's okay to say, I don't know, and take the extra step to follow that statement with, I'll go find out for you. And then you go find out. Like that's a true professional. Okay. And if you are a coach, or even if you're not a coach, but you're listening to this, I would say it is a red flag if you never say, I don't know, right? Like if you're a coach and you've never said, I don't know before, that might be an issue. And you should adopt a growth mindset. And because to make it in this career, you do have to have a growth mindset. So if you are a coach who needs help connecting the knowledge from your certification to your actual work with your clients, you should check out my coach development program. Spots are open this month, okay? Spots are open this month or until I fill my 8 spots, okay? I'm not just taking any Joe Schmo around here, right? You have to apply. I have to talk to you. I have to make sure we vibe. I have to make sure that it's a good fit for you. And what I'm really desiring for the coaches who come into this program is for me to help you level up in a way that is actually helpful, okay? I have been in the coaching industry a long time, and I know that there are some clear gaps in from getting your certification to actually being good at what you do. Just because you graduated from your certification does not mean you are actually like doing great work right away, okay? The way that you get better in this career is to get feedback from a mentor who has been doing it longer than you, and somebody who's actually going to look at what you are doing with clients and giving you a different perspective and asking you questions like, why did you program that? And if you don't have an answer, that's a problem, okay? And so that is like my heart for why I am doing this, and some examples of like things that you could learn about from me, because this is a mix of learning and also like talking through client cases and implementation, okay? But like some example of things that you could learn from me are very detailed movement assessments, joint by joint, right? I'm not just talking about like watch a client do a wall squat and knowing what to look for. No. Breaking it down into joint by joint range of motion. Step 1, before you even watch them do an exercise, okay? This saves you so much time in the long run, PS. And so there's that. There's specific strength balance testing, and I'm not talking about just maxing out a client's deadlift or back squat, all right? I'm talking about breaking up their body side by side, upper, lower, push, pull, all of that jazz. It all matters when it comes to your program creation. So I can also help teach you, okay, I have all these assessment results, but then how do you put them in a program? I can help you learn how to do that. And another highlight of things you could learn from me that are different is specific aches and pains and knowing where to look. For example, back pain, shoulder pain, knee pain. These are extremely common, and I bet you currently have clients or you've had clients with these issues and you don't know what to do other than to modify for them or say don't do anything that hurts, right? There's a lot better way you could go about that, okay? And I can teach you about that. I can teach you where to look when this problem comes up, what to consider, how to give them some corrective exercises. How do you know when you need to refer out? All of that jazz I can help you with, okay? So that is just a few examples of things that you could learn from me and that I could help you with. But there are a total of 16 or 17 different topics. I'm going to put the link in the show notes to go look at the sales page, and it's all listed out, the details, how this works, access to me, the pricing, all of that, and the link and to apply, because you do have to apply. So anyways, if that is interesting to you and you want to learn from me and you have a growth mindset and you're ready to level up, I want you in here. So check out the sales page and apply. And if you have questions before you want to apply, send me a DM on Instagram, Ashley Crocker 127. All right, talk to you later.